What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Why Not podcast. Here, we discuss the moments in life. We ask ourselves, why not, before leaping over obstacles and ultimately pursuing something great. Today's wonderful guest features Sean Armand from Brooklyn, New York. Sean is a professional basketball player who is now gearing up for his 10th season overseas. He's played in Germany, Turkey, Spain, France, and many other countries around the world. Sean was a 4-year star player for the Iona College Gales, setting the record for most three-pointers made in a single game at Madison Square Garden. One of Sean's favorite slogans is the push. The push is a constant reminder to keep striving in the midst of trials and adversity every day to reach your dreams.
My motto is why not, and I always stick by it, regardless of what people say, what is possible, what's not possible. I continue to think why not, and continue to strive to be the best I can be.
Good, Sean, how you feel? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And before we start, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and being here with me. I appreciate it a lot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And before we started, I just want to say congratulations on the plants. I saw the plants behind you. Moving mad aesthetic. Fire, man. So, what was the biggest why not moment in your life?
Just speaking on basketball terms or just in general?
Everything. In general, everything.
I guess I got two answers. So they both kind of tie into basketball, though, my career at least. So when I was 16, my brother is 18, and I remember he went on a college tour to Delaware State with my mom. So I'm home alone. My sister's older; she moved out already. So they went. He loved it. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna come back." He's like, "I'm going there for sure. I love the school." And my mom would just hit him with the truth. Like my mom, single mom of three. I being the youngest, so she's just like, "Yo, I can't afford to send you to the school." You know what I'm saying? So his whole demeanor kind of broke down. He kind of was disappointed, but then that's when like real life hits you that nothing's free. So like I said, growing up in Fort Greene projects, single mom of three, she's making the best she could do by herself. So at me being 15, 16 at the time, I'm like, yo, I got to do something to go to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning from what I'm experiencing through my brother being in the same household. So I just doubled down on myself. And I was 15 years old, maybe 6 feet tall, 150 pounds. And I'm like, yo, I'm a hoop. Like from that day, I was like, yo, I'm going to take it serious and, build myself up. So going into my freshman year of high school, I was 5'4", 5'5", not exaggerating. Like,
damn,
that's short, bro. And I told everyone I want to play basketball. So, everybody laughed. All right, yeah, cool. Whatever. So, New York basketball is double A, and B division. My school was B division. So I'm 5'5" in B division saying I want to play ball. So nobody's taking me serious. So kind of fast forward from that story. Now going into my senior year of high school, I'm 6'3", 6'4", still very skinny, like 150, 160. But I'm hooping. Like I'm really playing well. So I had an offer from St. Francis in New York, and I'm from Fort Greene, so that's like a 10-minute walk from my hood to St. Francis. So I don't want to go there, and I didn't have the exposure. I didn't know what AAU basketball was. I started playing it later that year, but I didn't have no exposure. So I'm just like, I could do something better than St. Francis. I finally go to AAU. I take a drive to Florida from New York, bro. It's 23 hours. I play. I go crazy, bro. I hit like 10 or 12 threes in a game. First game of nationals. I get Marquette offer. I get Houston offer. I get and mind you, and I remember I was sick. I got sick out of nowhere. I'm asleep. The whole team run upstairs like, yo, this coach called, that coach called. And I'm just like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be there. So when that happened, not that my grades was bad, my grades was good, but I didn't have the grades for the SATs properly to go to these schools. So and I was like a B student, 80 average type of guy. So I didn't have the SAT score. So I was just like, man, I don't want to go to junior college and quote unquote waste 2 years, even though it's a good route to go. A lot of successful people did. I didn't want to do that. And I was like, I can't pay for school and I don't want to go to junior college. So I was like, yo, told my mom, give me the prep school, pay for this year. I guarantee you I go to school for free. Like this. So I was like, yeah, it's coming out of pocket, but I'd rather you pay, maybe $5K for the year opposed to a $30,000 debt that I had to take out a loan for, Boom, went to prep school, had Memphis, had Houston, had all these high majors, and then the rest was history. So I felt like I bet on myself from 15 years old all the way till I was 18 to get the scholarship, and then I kept it pushing after that. So for me, it was
Yo,
like
that's
the why not was doubling down, not knowing much, just know I can go and grind.
yeah, bro. That's fire. That's tough. And
But
people listening, I don't even think that they'll believe you if they heard you was five
nah,
four
nah.
freshman year. Because the way, people listening, the way he's built now, you would never, even suspect that, yo.
I'm
So
telling you,
that's
bro. I
crazy.
swear. My high school coach, John Raffanello, my God, he send me my ID picture sometimes. 5'5" on the picture, bro. I swear to you, bro.
Yeah. So being a professional, man, what was your welcome to overseas experience? What was that like? What was that moment
Uh,
like?
so how it happened? I went from Iona. I left school a little bit early. I graduated a semester early, so I just had basketball, and I had to enroll in one master's class just to be, a student. So
Hmm.
then I go to the West Coast. I'm doing pre-draft stuff in Arizona. So then, I don't get drafted. No problem. Really wasn't expecting it. Then I go to the summer. Am I going to go G League? Am I going to go overseas? Blah, blah, blah. So my birthday is August 26th. And I remember it's my birthday. And I'm just like, I'm happy it's my birthday, but I'm just like, man, I finished school. School starting back. So this is what I'm used to. School starting back. I'm not in school. Now I'm going pro. I don't have a job. So it's just like a hard transition in
Hmm.
time. So I think my
Yeah.
birthday's 26. I think I got the call on the 29th. Like, yo, pack up. You're going to Germany tomorrow. Like, so I'm like, damn. So now, first of all, I overpack. I pack everything I own. So I got mad stuff, whatever. I go, I pack, I rush around. I'm looking for outlets. I'm looking for this. I got to turn my phone off, like to save some money about my phone bill if I'm overseas.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so then I go. I get there. My first flight. It's funny. My first flight, I get there. I'm sitting middle seat, traveling terrible. Like I don't know. I'm just happy to be going. So I'm like middle seat for like 10 hours to
You
Germany.
squished on the
Yeah,
plane.
bro, like squish. But I'm like, yo, whatever. Squish, sitting in the seat. I land. I got no phone service, and this is 2014, so it's not like now where everything got Wi-Fi or whatever. So
Hmm.
it's like I land, no service. I'm looking for somebody from the team. Thankfully, Frankfurt, Germany is like they speak a good English there. So I get there, and I'm just like, man, without Wi-Fi, I got nothing. So I had you know 8-hour road trips, no service. So no speaking to my
Damn.
friends, family, whatever. If I
Yeah.
leave my crib and go to the mall, no service once again. Then I had to go get a SIM card. Like even like it was just so many little things, and I was just like, man, going food shopping, seeing the different languages, and some people don't speak English at all. Some people don't want to speak English. So it was just like, you had to just get creative and really branch out. So it was just trying times like that. And then you fast forward 10 years later, now I'm not worried about saving $60 with my phone bill, or now I got, Google Translate. I always got service, or now I'm picking up languages, or now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So now it's just like
Hmm.
walking to Europe is really like, getting to know yourself and what you would and won't put up with.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you go out at all? Like, did you enjoy the city life in Germany?
Yeah, so my rookie year, I'm 22, 23. So of course, I right out of college, so I kind of want to go out on a partying sense, not more of the cultural sense. So I'm meeting people, I'm going around the city, like little by little, going to the barbershop, then I walk around, then I go
Hmm.
to the mall, then I walk around. So it was like this, but each year, you keep growing as a person, player or person, it don't matter. So you get into different things. So then I start liking different restaurants, different tourist attractions. Like, I like different stuff now. So each year you progress as a person and a player and what you like. So it was like this. So Germany was more so like I didn't do all the tourist stuff because I'm a 22-year-old kid who's just really
Hmm.
happy to embrace everything. And then fast forward a little bit when I'm 26. Now I'm like looking at the tourist spots, looking at the restaurants, looking at a little scenery trip. Then I go fast forward to 30. Now it's just like I do a little bit of everything when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I want to go to a party, maybe I want to go sightseeing, or maybe I want to go to the museum. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like each time you see yourself grow, you change your perspective on life and what you're into.
That's fire. Did you had a lot of Duna?
Oh man,
Duna? You ate that?
yeah, I used to eat that. I used to eat that for sure.
Yeah, that joint fire.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What was your favorite country to play in?
Oh, for sure, Turkey. Like I'm a little bit biased. I played there 5 years out of my 10. So just the way they bring you in, they treat you like family. The league is one of the best. I think outside of Spain, Turkey is the second best league outside of Euro League as well. But just the city, the people, the food, it's just everything. And then, you know, I had a lot of success there. So I met a lot of friends there. So the history for me in Turkey is like, you know, Istanbul is like New York. And then even other cities in
Wow.
Istanbul, I mean, in Turkey is just very, you know, modern and nice. And it's just like, I love the Turkish people for sure.
That's fire. Istanbul is like New York. I never heard anybody
Hey,
describe,
bro. Istanbul got
outside it.
25 million people, I think. And it's just always something to do, always busy. Traffic is insane, but it's always something to do. If you want a restaurant, you want to party, you want to, you know, sit by the water, like whatever you want, Istanbul has it at all times.
That's OD.
Yeah.
That's wavy. When you actually got your first deal to go to Turkey, when you was going to Istanbul, were you like oh man, I'm going to a new place. I wonder how it's gonna be. I hope it's better than Germany. I hope it's better than where I was before.
So again, now we talking like 2015, where you know nobody I know been to Turkey at the time, and you only
Yeah.
see what you see in the news. Which at the time, Turkey had a bad rep with you know government stuff or you know all these things. So with on the call on the business side, I know I went from one salary point to the next. So I was like, "Yo, get the deal done." You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. Like, and then I dug deeper into it. I thought about what I was told about Turkey, and this is my big thing about don't listen to people or what they tell you or what they show you on TV. Like, go experience it for yourself if you could, because you know some negative comments about Turkey that I heard in 2015, and I get there and it's just not what people made it seem. Like people made it seem like it was just a third world country and bad things are
Mm.
happening. And you got to be careful, but I felt you know safer and welcome there than being a black man in America. Like, and I'm not even trying to get political about it, but that's how welcoming it was. Like you know,
Wow.
and so now was it a cultural difference? Of course, because they have different holidays and different ways of living and religion. A Muslim country. And and this is what I'm saying, coming to adapt. So I can't be coming in like, oh, I'm an American. We do this in New York. No, I'm in somebody else's land. I'm gonna learn their ways and see how I can, you know, incorporate that with my lifestyle, and then I go from there. So I learned a lot about the Muslim culture, a lot about the
Mm.
holidays, a lot about everything. And getting there, the first month or two was a struggle, but you know, you adapt like anything in life. So
That's fire. I like how you went places and took different things from each place you was at.
yeah,
That's
you
fire.
got to, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, what you gonna do? Sit in the house and just say like, I'm this way only? Like that's not the way to live.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, got to.
He's like- so you coming up on 10 years
Man,
playing professionally. So you said, damn, you should get
crazy, bro.
and so you away for a long period of time. What are some ways you prioritize your mental health?
You know what, man? I know like over the years it's keep getting bigger and bigger with mental health, and it wasn't spoken about, let's say 10 years ago as much. But you realize things when the stuff we learn now about mental health and stuff people been through, you realize you've
Hmm.
been going through certain stuff. So like I used to take games so personal, bro. Like coming out of college, especially. Like if we lose a game, so again, my first 2 or 3 years, you know, I'm the young, hungry guy trying to make a name for yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And always chip on
Hmm.
your shoulder. Even year 10, it's still a chip on my shoulder. But then you trying to learn the way, you don't know the ins and outs. So we'll lose a game, especially in Turkey. So I'm making more money now, so I'm feeling comfortable. So I feel like I'm one of the key players. Like all these little things matter. Rookie year, you can make mistakes. The vet's gonna help you out. Blah blah blah. Cool. But next year, I'm like, all right, I learned a little bit. Let's be better. So we lose a game and get in the locker room. Guys are laughing. Guys don't care. Like the older players or the higher paid players are just like, no, it's whatever. Next game. Meanwhile, my whole day is ruined, bro. Like ruined. I don't want to. I don't want to go talk to nobody. I don't want. I'm like the next 24, 48 hours is just down. And it's just like, yo, bro, I'm living a dream job in a nice country in a nice spot. Yes, we lost the game, but it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? And then like Damian Lillard say a lot of the time, like he real life and basketball, like you really got to separate the two. Some people say it's dramatic, but it's just like it's some people who can't even get a job, one, or can't even pay their bills, two, and it's just like you moping around because you lost a 10-point game. Like you know what I'm saying? You act like your word is ending because of that. People have health issues and this, that, and the third. And I know it's like you should take pride in your job, but I'm just saying you got to cut it off. You can't bring work home. Basically, that's what I had to learn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also staying at home is just like, you know, now I like to stay home a lot, but that's just me naturally. But it's just like you have to go out and explore by yourself sometimes because you don't know nobody. So I like going out to eat by myself or go to a restaurant. I mean, go to the movie theater by myself or go on a shopping day. Like I like all that stuff. People probably be like, "What? By yourself?" Like Nah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
who else gonna do it with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's a
that's
good vibe when you by yourself.
yeah, bro. Like, I ain't gotta wait on nobody else's schedule. If I want to do something for 10 minutes or an hour, that's what I'm gonna do. And it's just like if you
Right.
sit in the house and scroll Instagram and wait the time difference, wait for people to wake up, and then you want to talk to them one day, and then you up late because they got up later. Like, it's just like, yo, you gotta enjoy your own company. And when I'm
Yeah.
away, my biggest thing when I sign the teams is where I'm living and how my place is. Because I need peace in my apartment. If I'm away for 9 or 10 months, I gotta feel like I'm at home. So with the mental health, bro, you gotta do the little things that bring you joy, bro. Like, you don't understand. If somebody sent me like a bag of Doritos, it makes me. It sounds so minor, but it's just like if that country don't got something so small, that make you so happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like cherish the small things, bro. So
Yeah.
getting to know yourself, embracing the culture, moving around, meeting people, going out, doing things you really wouldn't do. And it's just like, yo, you find ways to spend your time otherwise than scrolling on your phone. So
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's dope. Um, what are some ways, like, how do you ride the highs and lows of, seasons of your life on and off the court?
I think it just come down to your perspective and your experiences, bro. Cause like everybody, every single person have highs and lows and the median points where everything is just smooth, not good, not bad. So if we talking about basketball, it's just like, yo, some days gonna be your day, some weeks gonna be your week, and some are not.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go on a 5 game winning streak, you can go on a 5 game losing streak. You could be hot for a month, cold for a month. So it's just like being consistent and being true to your word. I think that's what it comes down to. So you can't be happy when things are good, and then nobody want to be around you when things are bad. Now you got to stay afloat. Like, yeah, something bad's going to happen, but you can't just change your whole demeanor, or isolate yourself, and don't want to talk to nobody. Nah, you got to stay true to brick by brick, practice what you preach every time, good or bad, or indifferent. So I think that's the way to go about it. Is just staying true to yourself, and life is life, bro. You got to adapt every time. You got to pivot every single time, bro.
Brick by brick, Franklin Saint.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, One thing you said and you mentioned about being consistent, I heard a speaker say, Inky Johnson, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was like, when good things happen to us, we never say, why did this happen to me? But as soon as bad things happen, we like, damn, like, why did this happen to me? So I feel like exactly what you said, just being consistent
Mm-hmm.
and just taking pride in the little things and just being grateful. I feel like those get you through the highs and the lows. They help you
Yeah,
ride them better.
it keep it real humble and real aware of what's going on, bro. Like if you always win, what you really, you know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
know it's cliche or corny to some people. Like you need some L's or you need some
Nah,
delay.
that's not even a cliche.
Yeah,
That's
like
a fact.
you really need them because if you always winning and then let's say 10 years straight, you just have time of your life, high horse championships, girl of your dream, car of your dream, blah blah blah, and then you hit adversity 10 years down the line, you might fold and go back to
Yeah.
year zero, like year one. You know what I'm saying? But if you know
Hmm.
how to maneuver and how to pivot, then something is like it's a tap on the shoulder. Like, all right, boom. Let me handle this real quick. Let me brush this off. Keep it pushing. Or let me hold back a little bit, readjust some things, and go forward. But if you don't know how to take a L or take some adversity, then of course, bro, you need it. Good, bad, or indifferent, you need it, bro. Like that builds you as a
Yeah.
character.
Yeah. When did you start noticing that though, that you needed to take the L's?
Um, I mean, I guess every part of your life, you something happens. Like, so let's say for instance, it wasn't even my L for the case. My brother took a L, can't go to Delaware State, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
just aware. So I'm like, all right, bet I got to do this now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I get to college, for example. Like I was starting as a rookie. I mean, a freshman. So I'm hype. I had 26 points first scrimmage. I'm like, oh, college gonna be light. Like, you know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. I'm 160 when I get on campus. By the time the season started, I'm like 185, right? So put mad work in the summer. Come around the first game, my wisdom teeth growing out of nowhere. But like they was growing in so weird that I couldn't get them pulled. So I had to let them grow out and they was affected. So I was sick for like 2 weeks as far as like I couldn't chew, wasn't eating properly, wasn't sleeping properly. So I like losing weight like rapidly. So boom, long story short, those 2 weeks happen. I get my teeth pulled. Then I'm out a couple more days. I lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, bro. Like all the
Damn.
weight I gained over the 2 months, I lost it because I couldn't eat, couldn't chew. So boom, my coach is like, yo, I'm not playing you at 160. Like he said, gain your weight back and then talk to me and maybe we could find a spot. So now I lost my starting spot. I'm not playing at all. I'm already a rookie. So I mean a freshman. So it's just like odds is against you. So it was like I'm like crying about it, not literally crying, but like complaining about it, crying about it, and it's just like, yo, bro, either off rip, I'm gonna adjust and put my work in, or I'm gonna just sit here and moping. So it was like, all right, bro, I'm 18 years old, getting yelled at by this grown man and the staff. There's people playing ahead of me that I'm better than, and it's just like, what you gonna do? At 18 years old, what are you gonna do? You on this full scholarship, you away from your family, you gonna call mom and complain? Nah, all right, boom. I lift in the morning, go eat. Lift again, go eat. Practice, boom, repeat, rinse, repeat. Then come December, I'm back to 180. I'm hooping. I got my spot. I got my spot back. I got my flow going. So I missed 2 months of the season, more or less, but I got my rhythm back and I earned my stripes. So boom, adversity right there. If I didn't go through that at 18, maybe if I got benched overseas, I wouldn't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So at 18, I had to figure that out. At 15, I had to see something like that. So it's just like, this is how you look at life. Every time, every day, every week, it's gonna be something new.
So you lifted twice a day?
Man, I was trying to get back crazy, bro.
Wow.
I was not every day, but it was when I first lost the weight, because I wasn't gonna play, so it didn't even matter how my body was feeling. I'm just like, yo, bro, we gotta bulk up quick. So I go lift. Me and the strength conditioner walk to the cafeteria, steak and rice bowl every time. Boom, lift again. Steak, rice, and chicken. Like boom, all right. Let me know what I gotta do. Practice. Boom. We was just every day.
Yeah.
So that was my mission right there. It was just I had to pivot. I was on the high horse because I thought I was the man. I'm starting as a rookie. Everybody's like, "Oh, who is this kid?" Then I was a nobody. Just like that because of my wisdom teeth. I can't control this. So it's like some wisdom teeth knock my whole flow out. Like what I'm gonna do? Be mad at my body? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
that's outside of your control.
Yeah, bro, get to work. Like that's all it was. I had to learn that early. Get to work. It's next man up, bro. In basketball or in a regular job, next man up. Something happened to us, our job gonna replace us. Easy. No second thought. So it was just like this. All right, cool. Take it on the chin. That's all you can do.
And that actually brings me to my next question. What was the greatest life lesson that your sport has taught you? And how do you try and carry that lesson out in every day of your life?
Definitely not taking anything for granted, bro. Because I got hurt my 5th year, and I was in Russia. Was in it, and I got Brandon Jennings on my team. I'm hyped. I'm like, oh, me and him in the backcourt. That's great exposure. I'm coming off the best statistical year that I had. This is my biggest contract pay-wise of my 5 years so far. So it's just like everything is aligning, like, to my next step. Then first game of the season, 2 minutes in, boom. Brandon Jennings throw me the pass. Boom, I hit a 3. We hype. We talking crazy, everybody. Next play down, go coast to coast, pass it to the center. I get clipped. Boom, shoulder, injured. 3 minutes into the game, bro. So I'm out 4 months. So I'm just like, man, thinking about everything. It's my shooting arm. Am I going to come back? Am I going to come back this season? Am I going to come back the same player? Are people going to like write me off? Now I'm thinking about money, like next contract, what I'm going to invest in, like switch my whole perspective. This is the year I became pescatarian because I already, at the time, I think I was already like 220, but like a little bit slimmer. So maybe like 215, whatever. So it was just like, yo, I didn't want to gain weight. Well, I couldn't run. I couldn't move. So I changed my diet. Then I started thinking about more investments. That's the year I bought my first house. It was just like everything changed, bro. Like every little thing. And I knew the business side of it. It's like teams now going to want to take me for a cheaper price because I got hurt. Not because I'm less of a player or nothing, but that's their niche. Like, oh, we didn't see you play, so we don't know if you're the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like every trick of the trade. So everything changed. So it was just like, man. And if I don't come back the same player, it's okay. It's another Sean Armand that's being built. It's a rookie coming in. It's a 3rd-year guy who's hungry. And I'm in my 5th year at the time. So it's just like, it's always next man up, bro. So it's either I came back and did my work or, they mold the next guy up. So it's just like, yo, bro, don't take anything for granted because that injury make you feel like, man, I wish I could go do the workout you hate the most. Like you want to run suicides because when you hurt. You know what I'm saying? You down to do anything when you get injured. But it's like, where this energy was at when you was capable? What happened to going to the gym twice a day when you was fully healthy? You know what I'm saying? What happened to, doing the extra treatment when you was fully healthy? But now you want to do everything because you can't. And that's what a lot of people do, bro. You got something good. You got to notice it early and really take care of that shit. Like, that's what I think it is. Just being grateful, bro, and being aware. Like, that's what I take away from everything.
Yeah. I think for me personally, one of the greatest lessons that basketball has taught me was just how to be prepared in life and on the court. like take your stretching seriously, take the ice tub seriously, take
Yep.
the warm towel on your knees. Take everything seriously, and little things like that translate into real life when you're not on the court. Like
Right.
make your bed early, right? Plan your next day, plan your day ahead. My sixth grade teacher, he always said, if you don't prepare if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yep.
And he always told me
That's
that.
a
So
fact though.
those
Like
are some of the similarities.
something so small like making your bed in the morning, bro. It changes the whole dynamic of your day, bro.
Fact.
Like
It does.
it's such a minor thing, bro, but it matters. And it's just like you said though, like all those little things add up. Those little good habits translate, bro. Like I said to one of
Mhm.
my teammates, he's younger than me. I'm like, yo, practice is 2 hours. Let's say driving to practice, let's call it another hour, like there and back. Get some
Mhm.
extra shots up, 30 minutes maybe. Treatment and proper stretching, another 30 minutes. So you talking about 4 to 5 hours to your craft, and you can't give that. And you got 19 more hours out of the day to sleep, party, girls, family, rest, whatever. It's just like 5 hours out your day is not worth it.
Yeah.
And you want longevity. You can't spend 5 hours on something that you want to be your career. And that's how people don't think,
Mhm.
bro. But everybody's in a rush to do something. All right, I did this, I gotta do that. I did this. Nah, sometimes you gotta take a break, put yourself first, and analyze what's important and what's not. Prioritizing your piece is a real thing, bro.
Yeah. Wow, wow. And one of the things that you mentioned about now you want to do things because before you weren't capable of, that something I just thought of right now. It just made me think, try not to bring your regrets of today into tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
great quote. That's a fact.
Yeah. So how has your biggest why not moment helped you find more of yourself?
I guess now I'm just like I'm always trying to do something better. If it's basketball or as a friend or as a sibling or whatever, it's just like you see what's going on, you see what's possibly coming your way, so you just kind of just plan and adjust. So always ready for the good or ready for the adversity. And like boom, back to the why not thing I gave you. I seen what happened with my brother. So sometimes I see what happens to some of my friends or either people I don't know or I see people doing a business or and it's just like it's
Mm-hmm.
inspiring. So it's like, all right, come on, what else can you do? What else can you do? And not to the point where you drain it, but something you genuinely care about, you really want to try and you put your best foot forward. So I think even from a young age, I put my best foot forward and the pieces fell where they may. And if it's good, bad, or indifferent, you got out there and you tried. So that why not moment just brings me to like, believe in yourself and whatever happens, happens. You can sleep well at night knowing you gave your best.
Mm. That's tough. That's tough. One of the things I had to get over myself is being afraid to fail.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter because, like you just said, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
And it's not even about what everybody else is going to think about you. It's about you overcoming that fear of failure yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're good to fail at whatever you decide to put your time into for your next career.
Bro, we fail so many times per day. Like, it's not even funny if you really sit and think about it. Like, you could play in a video game, you could be racing your sibling, you could do whatever, bro. We failed numerous times, but like when it's like a quote unquote big deal, it's like, yo, bro, you win or you lose. Like if you play a game, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose, and you deal with it. You come back better,
Mm-hmm.
or and then again you pivot. So it's just like when we all do it too. Like who are we worried about? Who's they? Like who you letting down?
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of followers on Instagram who really don't care about you, or your main circle who's the only people that's really locked in and caring about what you do. Like who you really letting down, and then yourself. So it's a lot of people like on a business standpoint. Let's say everybody got dreams and aspirations, whatever. But some people just don't do it. Like for real. I bought my first house. And then I was just like, man, the hardest part about buying the house was doing all the paperwork. And it sounds so silly, but it's just like,
Wow.
you
Wow.
gotta sign like
Word.
100 papers, bro. Like you gotta sign 100 documents, literally. Boom, initials, boom, this, boom, that. Did you give me this? Did you give me that? And it's just like it's not hard. It's just tedious. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I really want to do this
Mm-hmm.
again? Or if you want
Yeah,
to start a
yeah.
business, are my friends gonna support me? Is it gonna take off? Am I wasting my money? Yo, bro, so many people stay in a comfortable box. Why not try it? Are you actually a failure because you tried it and it didn't work out to the capacity you expected? Or are you a failure because you never even tried it, you just spoke about it? This is how you got to look at it. Yeah, people going to laugh at you if you flop on an album sales, let's say. Or if you flop on something like, all right, cool. What did this person do that's laughing at you in their life?
That's true.
You're not better than them, but you tried. Like, you gave an honest effort. You had a vision. You put it forward. Like, even your podcast, let's say. Maybe one of your friends is like, yo, who you going to talk to in a podcast? How this going to take off? Who going to watch it? And I don't care if you get 7 views, bro. It's something that make you happy, something you put your time and effort in. And the people who came on respected your craft, so they came on your show. So 7 views or 7,000, you still crafting. And it can be years, and it take one person to see something and it blow up. Like, we from New York. Hey, Boogie, for example. Look, he was New York, Bronx. Everybody's rapping him. Nobody knew him. Cool. All the songs from SoundCloud that he been putting out consistently, getting no numbers, all of them over 1 million views. It's about putting your work and time in, bro, and everything comes when it want to come. But you can't just want to do it because you get an instant gratification. So the people who want to try and put the effort, you always going to be successful, even if it's not in that dynamic you wanted to. But that work ethic builds, bro, and it's going to pay off regardless.
Yeah, man. Yo, I love that advice, man. I love that advice. I appreciate that so much. Yeah. So for you, what does trusting your work actually look like?
Oh, you know, lately you got to know me more. Like, bro, every day is, on your craft. If it's a good stretch, if it's doing the same drills every day, each and out, catching shoots, whatever it is. If you are architect, you making sketches, you messing around, you a chef, you making new recipes. Every day is like working towards what you believe in, doing the proper steps you need to do. Like we said, we keep it basketball. Your stretches, your ice baths, you're watching film, you're taking care of your body, eating right, you getting extra shots up. All those little things add up. And then at the end of the day, this is the reason why they star players, role players, and bench players. There's no secret to it. Talent aside is everything else. How hard you gonna go, how much work you put into your craft, all that stuff adds up. But people don't realize it sometimes, but all that adds up. So it's either you're going to put the time in for something you really want, or you're going to BS about it. And the people that BS about it, sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not.
Yeah. So, you're working on your brand, The Push. You're working on the app. So I just want to ask you, what does The Push mean to you?
So when I started with The Push, and I was super young, I don't know if I was in college or first year pro. It was just about
you started this a minute ago.
Yeah, but it's like it kind of changed the dynamic of what it was. But it was just like I wanted to make the NBA, so I think it was pretty much college. I got some looks about NBA teams. Obviously, I worked out for some NBA teams, and it was just like, again, seeing my teammates. Like I never forget one day Scott Machado and Mike Love, they had the Denver Nuggets and somebody else at practice, and I knew. And I was a sophomore, and I knew they was at practice. So I was like, I'm about to come in and cook them. Like, this is what I was thinking. Like, for sure. Bro, I had the best practice ever, bro. The best practice ever. I'm just like, anything I did worked, bro. Like, anything I did worked. So after the practice, my coach told me, like, yo, Denver like you. I'm like, all right, bet. And I'm a sophomore, and they're a senior. So I'm like, all right, cool. So from there, I was kind of like, maybe I can make the NBA. Like, this, off this little thing, I was like, maybe I can make the NBA. So it was like pushing myself to put my best foot forward. Like, that was the push. Like, that extra motivation you need, that extra sprint, that extra paper you need to write, that extra motivation, that extra push you need to do what you want to do or do what you think about. So that's the only thing it was behind it was, the push is just that little oomph that you need sometimes. So that's where it came from. And then I just kept going with it after that, or hashtagging it on my photos and stuff like that.
That's fire, because you bringing it all into fruition now. Like, you going crazy with it now.
Right. So now it's just like, I had a event in my hood. I gave some sneakers back and shoe drive and basketball games, stuff like that. Then I was just like, let's transition into training, because it's the push that you need, quote unquote. And it's just like, that's all it is for real.
Yeah. So before I get to my last question, man, I just want to say thank you so much once again. I appreciate it so much, man. Big gratitude, for real.
Nah, you already, bro. Thank you for having me, for real.
Yeah. So as you mature and as you get older, what do you want to continue to get out of life?
So I'm 31 now, bro. Like I said, Fort Greene projects, grew up there, Brooklyn, New York. Traveled the world, met a lot of people, did a lot of things, and it's just like, end of the day, you just want peace, and whatever peace is to you is different than mine. But happiness, honest people around me, loyal people, and this aspect of, got my best interest in mind if I'm doing something for them or not. It's just, real genuine love. And that's all you really need, bro. Being healthy and genuine love around you, everything else gonna fall into place. So I'm not a guy who need many things, bro. I love basketball, so I like either playing or being in the gym, or if it's a video game, or if it's a real game, if it's helping somebody. So basketball, friends, family, very low key, bro. I don't need much. I'm not a person that need a lot of attention. Only time I like attention is literally on that basketball court. Other than that, I'm cool. Just that my circle is solid, my people are healthy and happy, and I'm good.
That's what's up, bro. Thank you so much for your time, bro. Thank you for the advice.
No
Thank you
problem,
for the
bro.
free game. I appreciate it a lot,
Thanks
man.
for having me.
Coming up on year 10, I just want to wish you all the best.
Thanks, my
wish
brother.
you all the most success. So
Thank you.
just keep going, keep winning, and it's the push.
Thank
for
you,
real.
bro. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, bro.
All right, buddy.